So, good evening, students. I have started one computer science important MCQ questions for class 12 CBSE. It is based on your term 1 syllabus. Whatever the question will come, it is based on your term 1. So, those students are appearing the 12th board exam CBSE for taken computer science. For them, this video is very important. So, please watch the video. So my first question is, which of the following functions will not result in an error when no arguments are passed to it? That means here it is given that there are some functions are there. So from this function, they have given four functions name. Suppose, float, mean, all, division, mod. So in if we'll see, excluding the float function, in all the three function, if we don't pass any type of argument, then it will be show one type of error. Suppose we take an example of minimum. So in minimum, when we pass the function, there is some value. Without the value, how can they select the minimum value or something? uh, like this all and division mod also working. If there is no argument, then it will be result an error, these three functions, but only one function is float, that will be not given any error if we don't pass any type of argument. So I think you will get your answer. This is the option A is the correct. Second question, which of the following function does not necessarily accept only iterables as the arguments? So what is the meaning here? They have given some function like character, max, enumerated, then all. So he's asking that which which of the following function does not necessarily accept only iterable. Iterable means the thing is repeated. So the answer will be option A. So how it will be? We'll see that. So the function enumerate, all, and max accept iterable as arguments, whereas the function char throws an error on receiving an iterable as an argument. Also, the char function accept only integer values. It means when we'll pass some iterable means the same thing number of times, then the char function will be given provide some error. It will be not accept, but all the function max, enumerate, and all will be accept the iterable as the arguments. I think you got the answer. Dash method of file input stream class reads a byte of data from the input stream. So if you see, from a file input stream, only one byte of data we have to read. So the answer will be the option A, int read. When we use int read, then it will be take 1 byte of data from the file. I think everyone understood one byte means. Yes, that means you are one byte of data at a time it will be take. At a time we can read by using the int read function. Okay. Text file is a file that stores the information in which character. So they have given BCD character, binary coded decimal, then American Standard Code for Information Interchange, Unicode, Universal Code, then Indian Standard Code for Information Interchange. So the option will be ASCII character, American Standard Code for Information Interchange. So whatever the text file you are writing, that store the information in the ASCII character. So I think everyone understood the four question. Now we go to our next slide. Suppose there is a list they have given, and the list contain the elements 2, 3, and 4. So if you want to print the list in the reverse order, like 4, 3, 2, then which of the following method we should use? So first one is reverse of I, list of reverse of I, list of reverse of, then the square bracket I, then only reverse of I. So the answer will be list. First we use the thing list, the means that we're going to do the list one. So that's why we write list. Then reversed is the function name. Then which one? So we have given the name I equal to this one. So we put the name of the means variable. Okay. Then it will the result will become 432. Okay. Which of the following statement is not true for parameter passing to function? So when we pass the parameter, we have three guidelines. One is your positional, then default. First one is your positional, second one is the default, then keyword. So if we'll see, first they have given we can pass keyword argument in any order. He's asking which is the statement not true. We can pass keyword argument any order. It is true. You can call a function with positional and keyword argument. Yes, positional argument followed by keyword argument. It is the condition. Then positional argument must be before keyword argument in a function call. It is also right. First we have to use positional argument, then after that keyword argument. So positional argument must be before keyword argument. Then fourth one is you can pass positional argument in any order. It is wrong. We cannot pass positional argument in any order. Based on their position, we have to pass the positional argument. Suppose one example, we have taken an employee record. Suppose first we have uh, taken in the function employee ID, then name, then salary. So in this order, first we have to pass ID, then name, then salary. If we first put salary, then name, then ID, it will be wrong. It will be not come in a position. So in position argument, we cannot pass in any order. Based on the function, how it will be written, based on that we will add. I think you understood this question. Then come to the next slide. What is the default return value for a function that does not return a value explicitly? If a function is not returning anything, okay, explicitly is not returning, then what is the default return value? So it will be none. None means it is a special literal treated in Python that will be used for the absence of value. If there is no value, in place of that we can automatically Python takes the known value. Okay, then come to the 8 number question. Which of the following statements will print the following? Hello, how are you? Like this, one hyphen. So you can see in the first option they have written print hello, then how, then are you. In every word they have put means single quoted, then comma. Then second one, hello, then how, then are you, then use the plus, then one uh, hyphen, then multiplication for. Then print hello, then hyphen, plus how are you. Then print hello plus hyphen plus how, like this. So the option will be C and D. Why not A and B? Because if you see, they have written, we have to print in this format hello hyphen how hyphen r hyphen u. So first option you can see it will become like this, just hello how are you, not any hyphen. In the second option they have used it, but then they have used the plus symbol. Okay, like that means they have added just. Okay, plus operator does not give any blank space. That means here you have written the hyphen and multiply 4 times. So it will be not like this. It will be not the rule. Okay, based on your print rule, it will be not come. So if we'll see C hello, then concatenation plus here the concatenation operator, it will be added how are you. So hello with how are you, it will be like this. Or in every word, with the end of every word we use plus with the hyphen, then this one will be concatenated with hello, this one will be concatenated with how, this one will be concatenated with r, this one will be concatenated with u. So the option will be C and D. I think everyone understood. Come to the next slide. Okay. So in Python, we do not specify the types. It is directly interpreted by the compiler. Okay. The types we are not mentioning. It is the interpreted by the compiler interpreter, whoever present here. So here they have given one data x equal to 33. Then they have given blank space for operator. Then they use 4. Their question is, what would you fill in the place of operator in the above expression so that x has an integer value? Their question is, what you have to place in place of that operator. Then one integer value should come in the result, in the output. So if we see which operator is used here, first one is your floor division, second one is your division, third one is your modulus, percentage, then fourth option is all of it. So if you see, the rule of the floor division is when we divide a number by using the floor division, then it will be truncated or deleted the decimal part. It will be only show the whole number part. I think everyone understood. So when we divide 33 by 4, so it will become 8. Then if we use the point, it will become like this. So they will be truncated the decimal part. They will be show only the whole number part. That will be asked in the question. So the first answer we got floor division. Second, division. In division, it will be not deleted the decimal part. It will be show all the things that will be come in the result. It will be not truncated. So it will be not the answer. B will be not the answer. Then come to C, modulus. What is the use of the modulus operator? By using the modulus operator, we can find out the remainder of a divisor. When we divide any number to another number, then what is the remainder will become? It is by using the when we use the percentile symbol. So the remainder. So we can see the remainder always will be in the integer format. Having an integer value. So now you got our answer A and C. I think everyone understood. Now come to the next slide. What is the output of the following code? So what it is given? Bool of false, then bool. So the answer will be C, true and false. How? So if we'll see bool, bool returns true only if it does not amount to 0, which happens only when non-zero parameter is passed to it. Okay, so here there is some data is there, bool of false. There is some data means it will be show true. Okay, then here there is no data, so that's why it will be false. I think everyone got my point. So the explanation is bool returns true only does not if it does not amount to 0, which happens only when non-zero parameter is passed to it. If there is nothing, bool of nothing, then it will be show the result false. If there is some data is there, then they will be show the result true. So first one will be true, and here there is no parameter, so it will be false. So answer will be true and false. I think everyone understood this 10 question, very very important question for your exam. So the students are going to, I feel the exam on 21st December. For them, this video is very very important and watch my video. Thank you everyone. Have a nice evening.